In our previous episode, we pointed out that the growth rate of the church was slowing and that the rate of inactivity was increasing. In truth, the situation in the church is much more alarming. In 2011, during a religious studies class at Utah State University in Logan, Elder Marlon K. Jensen, the church historian at the time, was asked if the leaders of the church knew that members of the church were leaving in droves. His response was quite candid. The 15 men Elder Jensen referred to, of course, were the First Presidency and the Quorum of 12 Apostles. By all indications, Elder Jensen's claim that the church leaders know that people are leaving in droves is correct. After all, President Uchtdorf, in the same conference address where he boasted of the church's rapid growth, said the following.
To those who have separated themselves from the church, I say, my dear friends, there's yet a place for you here.
Implied in this statement, and others made by President Uchtdorf in his address, is that there is a large number of members who have separated themselves or left the church. Otherwise, President Uchtdorf would not have addressed it in such an important forum as General Conference. The brethren fear the situation is so serious that President Monson has launched a program to staunch its losses. The campaign is called To the Rescue. Yet, all this talk about numbers, whether it be the rapid growth rate of the church, the total membership, or the inactivity rate, misses the mark. Hasn't the Lord repeatedly pointed out that the number of true disciples will always be small? In his parable of the marriage of the king's son, which he likened to the kingdom of heaven, the Lord told of a concerted effort by a king to find those who would attend the wedding of his son. But in the end, the Lord concluded that few would be chosen. In other words, any number of missionaries may be sent to declare the gospel, but the end result will be that few are chosen. The Lord expressed the same principle in another parable. To envision a church that grows to fill the whole earth, believing it to be a fulfillment of prophecy, ignores specific prophecies about the modern church. Jacob, quoting the prophet Zenos and his parable of the vineyard, described the state of the modern church, when the Lord of the vineyard sent his servants to labor the last time before he burned it with fire. Nephi was shown in vision the time of the Gentiles in the last days, where there would be two churches, the great and abominable church founded by the devil and the church of the Lamb of God. Nephi described what he saw. Later, Nephi prophesied of the corruption of the modern church, and that because of this corruption, all would go astray, save it be a few who are the humble followers of Christ. Even these humble followers of Christ, according to Nephi, would err in many instances. The ancient prophecies concerning the church in the latter days are unanimous. We should expect a small church in our dispensation and very few humble followers of Jesus Christ.